What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. I hope you guys are having a magnificent day. Today we are here to discuss a potential Al Horford for Clint Capella swap. So it is something I've saw on the internet, and I think it's an interesting rumor for sure. I think it could benefit both sides. We all know the Celtics have been looking for like rebounding and defense for a long time, and then Al Horford. I guess he could probably fit with the Houston Rockets a little bit better because Clint Capella can't really stretch the floor at all. And Al Horford obviously could. He has a respectable jumper. So I don't know if this is going to happen in real life, but I thought it was a potential interesting trade that could happen. So here's what it looks like, or here was the trade. It was just Clint Capella and for Al Horford, but I had to throw in PJ Tucker just to make the salaries match. Honestly, I don't think there has to be any picks involved. PJ Tucker, I could see in real life why the Rockets would keep him because he's kind of a really good player for them, but in 2K he goes down in overall quite a bit, so he's going to be playing himself out of the rotation soon. So I just kind of wanted to trade PJ Tucker as well. So we all know Daryl Morey is looking to switch up this roster this offseason. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it or not, because there's going to be a lot of big contracts to get rid of if you're going to do that. But I'm going to try to blow up the Rockets a little bit. James Harden obviously is going to stay. Al Horford, I think I'm going to keep him. Chris Paul, I've not decided, but I think I might trade Eric Gordon. We'll see, though. I will see real quick. But we don't have any draft picks, so that's unfortunate. So I guess we could see what Eric Gordon could get us real quick. $14 million. We could get Montrezl Harrell. We can get the 17th pick in Alex Len. Bam Adebayo and Kelly Olynyk. Bogdan Bogdanovic and Bielitsa. Mitch Robinson, our first-round pick. First-rounder. Joe Harris, first-round pick. So we can get some first-rounders. TJ Warren, we don't really have a starting small forward, so I actually kind of like the idea of getting TJ Warren. Maybe, actually no, I can't even justify this trade. Obviously, this would not happen in real life, but you know what? Getting TJ Warren is honestly so cool. So I'm going to try not to trade a first-round pick. I think TJ Warren would fit perfectly here. Let's see if we can just do 2 seconds. They still want my first-rounder, so I guess I'll go that 2021 first-round pick and keep TJ Warren. Anthony Melton, who was on the Rockets at one point, but they traded him for him. Okay. So we just traded Eric Gordon, and we swapped it with TJ Warren, who's going to start at that small forward spot, which would look pretty good. Al Horford, depending on what it looks like, he's either going to start at the center or the power forward. It just depends what we get. So obviously, we still don't have any picks, so let's go ahead and just skip over the draft real quick. And we, like I said, no rookies. So Nene, Daniel House, Gary Clark. Probably going to decline all these guys, to be honest with you. Nene comes back. Daniel House, I know, is a decent player, but I think I want as much money as possible, even though I don't think I'll have any. So let's see what I could do out here. So we have negative $19 million. When we look at our cap situation, no real good free agents. Obviously, Austin Rivers is interesting. Shumpert, probably won't bring him back, but there's one free agent I was going to bring back to this team. Kenneth Faried, definitely, maybe, but also Gerald Green, not Gerald Green, what is his name? Austin Rivers, because he was pretty nice for him, to be honest. So I don't know what I'm going to be able to afford out here, but when I look at it, what we do need, we have a Chris Paul as our point guard, which, like I said, I don't know if I want to trade him just yet. James Harden is a shooting guard, TJ Warren. We need a power forward or a center, so let's go look for that. As far as affordable centers, can't get Vucevic, obviously. Cousins is probably going to be out of the realm of possibility. Probably won't bring back Dwight Howard. Brook Lopez, Zubac, Kenneth Faried, Deadman. So really, we can't afford any. Can we afford Willie Cauley-Stein? No, we cannot. Okay, so yeah, this is not looking good. All right, how about power forwards? Mirotic would actually be really nice, but the defense down low would be super awful, if I'm honest with you. Jabari Parker, but we can't even afford Mirotic. So we really can't afford a whole lot out here. So Chris Paul would essentially have to be traded. So Terrence Ross off the bench, though, I think would be a good fit, obviously. Small forwards, we could get ourselves Austin Rivers back, I will. So let's go for Austin Rivers as well. And small forwards, we can go for like, let's just see if we can get both those guys. Terrence Ross and Austin Rivers, we'll bring them two here. And that should be good there. But the center spot, DeAndre Jordan, obviously would be nice. But we can only afford the minimum of getting DeAndre Jordan. Cantor, can't afford him either. So Dwight Howard, no. Wow, man, we are just broke. We are broke as a joke. So Austin Rivers is going to be the backup point guard. Terrence Ross will be the backup shooting guard. TJ Warren, don't have a power forward and really don't have a better starting center. So Chris Paul is someone I'm going to have to look to trade. So let's see what we can get for Chris Paul. I don't know if we could get Mike Conley Get Tobias Harris at that power forward spot and Miles Plumlee. That's actually an interesting trade, but I've gotten Tobias Harris like the last 2 rebuilds, so I'm not going to do that. Cousins and Bielitsa. One thing I will say about Cousins, it'll be very interesting to see how his offseason goes. I mean, he had a decent game yesterday, but he has not been extraordinary at all. And I know he was looking for that max. I don't know if any team's going to be willing to give that to him, though, with the way he's been playing. Yeah, so none of these offers are that great, to be honest with you. So you know what? You know what I think I might do? I think I just might sign a decent power forward to start for the year, and we'll just roll with that because that's all I can afford right now. So we'll just see how this roster does, and then we can trade Chris Paul, I guess. If it doesn't, JaMychal Green, actually, can we afford JaMychal Green? No, we cannot. So that would be obvious. That would probably have been the best option. We can't even afford Aminu. That's how broke we are. My boy Aminu doesn't want to come to my team. JaMychal Green would be so nice, though. Is there any way I could free up money to get him? I don't know if I traded like Nene. Actually, let's trade Nene. Let's see if that'll give me some like money flexibility and get JaMychal Green, because that would be like, no, still not gonna take the chance. Okay. What about if I traded Hartenstein and we get a, let's just get a first round pick from the Knicks, and then let's go for him again, and we still, okay, can go ahead and renounce those. JaMychal Green still be here. Yep, he's still here, and we still can't afford him, so we're screwed. Okay, so all right, let's just go for Aminu, I guess, and that's all we can really afford. That's all we can really do. So we can just get Aminu real quick, and that'll be our starting power forward for the year, because we really can't, like I said. Ooh, Kenneth Faried. Let's bring back Kenneth Faried, though. And we get him. Okay, so that's all we can really do. So, like I said, trading Chris Paul will have to be the next step if this roster isn't able to do anything. We'll have to see. Obviously, Al Horford's contract will, be less next year as well. I'm not sure why these two went down, because they're both young, but all right. Then training camps, we can just go through this. And yeah, so, I mean, that could be a quick little thing the Rockets could do. Maybe get, like, a good starting small forward, like someone like Robert Covington, TJ Warren. Someone who can knock down shots, get a power forward like Al Horford, and then Aminu, I guess, will start. Or we could start Kenneth Faried, who actually did pretty decent, which I might actually do that. I might start Kenneth Faried and start Al Horford at the power forward. We might do that. I think that's what I'm so, because I don't really want to start Aminu, if I'm honest with you. But let's see. Really no young players. I guess D'Anthony Melton's a young player, and then and then we could go with TJ Warren on this next one, who's kind of young, so we'll go for that. And then now we look at the roster. Let's move, what's his name? Power forward, Al Horford. He goes up. And then now we look at it. We have Chris Paul, James Harden, TJ Warren, Al Horford, Kenneth Faried, Terrence Ross, Aminu, Austin Rivers, and Omri Caspi. Obviously, we're going to go ahead and round up the rotation. Caspi is actually fine off the bench. He's a good shooter, so I'll leave it there. And we have Aminu off the bench already. So, yeah, we'll leave it like that. So, that's going to be our bench right there. Our bench is not that great. Terrence Ross, probably the best player there. And Aminu, Austin Rivers is decent. Yeah, so it's not a bad bench by any means. But as far as our assisted proficiency, it's a 4-star rating at a 7 seconds. So, got to keep it there. I'm going to go ahead and simulate this season, and let's see how the Rockets can do with a little bit of a revamped roster. At the end of this season, we go 53-29. Before I go any further in this video, I do want to say prayers up to Kevin Durant. As much as we all like to hate on the guy, and some people just like to disrespect him, it is not fun. It is not necessary to cheer for players getting injured. I kind of hated seeing that. It was very disrespectful, but as much as, like I said, Kevin Durant, we talk about him, hate on him, but I mean, you never want to hope for an injury, and for the fact that guy just left his season on the line out there, knowing dang well he probably wasn't ready to come back, and still wanted to try to help his team, I got utmost respect for Kevin Durant. So that's all I wanted to say about that. But here are the player stats. I mean, Chris Paul, still at 34 years old, had a very productive season, 19 points and 10 assists, which is very nice. And James Harden obviously had himself a great season with 30 points and 8.6 assists. So obviously, very good. Al Horford did his thing. We have TJ Warren, 13.5. So, I mean, Chris Paul is going to make it very hard to trade him after a season like that, because, I mean, that was a pretty good season. But we'll have to see how these playoffs go, and I'll make my decision from there. But let's simulate current round. We're up 1-0 on the Lakers, 2-0, 2-1. Can we go up 3-1, please? We do. And can we sweep them? Not sweep them, but gentlemen sweep. No, 3-2. And we win the 6 games, and now we're facing the Utah Jazz, who the Jazz have, why are they the second seed? Let's see. They have Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, and it's Cantor. Yeah, I'm not too scared of this team. They don't really have another scorer next to Donovan Mitchell like they should be addressing this offseason, which I hope they do. But they're going to go ahead and sweep us anyway, it looks like. So, let's go Simcast and see if we can come back from 3-0. That would actually be, like, absolutely kind of crazy. So, let's see if we could do that. Let's at least win one, right? I don't want to get swept by the Jazz, because we've obliterated the Jazz the last, like, few times we played them in the playoffs. So, I mean, the Rockets have, not me, but you know what I'm saying. So, I don't know why we're just down 3-0 to them, but let's see if we can make a comeback. We dropped 40 points in the first quarter. That's a wrap, right, guys? So, 136 to 110. James Harden is leading the way. If we can force a game 7 here, there's no way this series ain't ours. So, let's see if we can do it. We're at home. Let's do it, guys. If we can come back from 3-0, that'd be absolutely extraordinary. And this game is looking like a wrap, 82 to 116. 41 points from James Harden. Have an absolutely stellar postseason. We're in Utah now, though, so this is going to be an ultimate test. So let's see. We have all the momentum going in. Let's see if we can take care of business. Don't come back. Don't come down from 3-0 just to... Wow, okay, we just won. Holy crap. I was like, don't come down from 3-0 just to not make it. Okay, so we won by 1 point. What a heartbreaker, man. If I was a Utah Jazz fan right there, I would absolutely sell my fandom. No, I'm just kidding, but I would absolutely be heartbroken. But 27 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists for James Harden. He absolutely had a stellar postseason in that. But now we're facing the Oklahoma City Thunder, so it's going to get a little bit tougher. Facing Paul George, Russell Westbrook, Steven Adams, Dwayne Wade obviously is retired, but they got some decent pickups, but maybe they'll beat us here. We'll see. And we would either have to face Toronto or Boston. Let's see if we can beat the Oklahoma City Thunder. We do win game 1. Can we win game 2? No, they even it up. What about, okay, we even it up, or we go up 2-1. 3-1. Can we make it to the NBA Finals this first season? No. 3-2. 4-2. Yes, we are in the NBA Finals facing the Toronto Raptors. So let's see if we can beat the Toronto Raptors in the finals. We even it up 2-1, 3-1, and just like that, we win the championship. So, I mean, I don't know. I can't trade Chris Paul after that, right? I can't do it. So, let's just go for another one. If we win another championship, I'll just end the video, but let's try for another championship here. So, obviously, I'm not going to just end the video on that note. But we're going to have the 30th pick overall. I mean, that's still a first-round pick. Still more of a first-round pick than we had last year. So, trainer is actually somewhat decent. But, yeah, I'll just keep him. I kind of just missed out on the A trainer. And, obviously, we don't even have a lot of young players anyway. So, it doesn't really matter. We have the 30th pick. And, no one else to really trade. I kind of like our roster. So, let's see if we can draft somebody at the 30th pick who's going to come in and contribute right away. And it looks like we could get Isaiah Mobley. Who else is out here? Not Isaiah Mobley. Have Malcolm, right? Yeah, let's go with Isaiah Mobley, I guess, out of USC. Let's go to the second round. Let's see if we can get somebody here. And we get Austin Wiley, Jordan Bowden, Javonte Smart. I don't know who any of these guys are, but I'll just take that guy. And then hopefully he's somewhat decent. But rookie signing, Isaiah Mobley is a 74 overall. Jordan Bowden, I probably won't worry about. And then qualifying offers, DeAnthony Melton, maybe I'd bring him back. But as far as a more term day, we have negative $4.49 million. Obviously, Aminu and Horford are going to be free agents. Horford, I definitely want to bring back, but for that $45 million cap hold, definitely want to try to get him for less than that. So maybe like a two-year deal for Al Horford would make a lot of sense for this Rockets team. And then as far as anything else is concerned, we're going to get Horford back, hopefully. We have a backup point guard, backup shooting guard, small forward is good, power forward. We had Kenneth Faried starting last year. I don't know if I want to do that again, though. So could we get a better starting center? That's the question. Or even a better starting power forward. Let's see. We could get Horford, MKG, Dario Saric. Probably can't afford him. So I guess we got to look at the centers, really. Surge, that would be so cool if we could afford Surge, but obviously probably can't. Juancho, Thomas Bryant, Theus, Alex Lynn, Myers Leonard, Okafor. So Boban, I'll sign Boban off the bench, and let's see if we can get Al Horford and Boban. I mean, that's probably going to be our offseason, guys. That's really going to be it. We really don't have enough money to do anything else with James Harden and Chris Paul making $41 million between them. So Austin Rivers and Chris Paul, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So probably a backup small forward or backup power forward actually would be kind of ideal right now. Royce O'Neal off the bench, I would do that in a heartbeat, and we'll sign him. Never mind, the Spurs match, so we can't even get him. Darius Thornwell, I guess. We'll get him. All right, so now that should be good. So let's go ahead and get to the next season to where see if we can just do this again, guys. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do it again, but hopefully we can. Kenneth Faried goes down 1, unfortunately, but that's all right. So I don't know, man. Are we gonna two-peat? We're gonna win another championship. We already got Chris Paul and James Harden a ring, so it's awesome here. They deserve it for sure. I mean, maybe if they just stayed patient and the Warriors do end up disbanding this offseason, they have a shot, but who knows? I definitely don't want to start Boban, though. That's probably not going to be my thing. I really don't want to start him. So we'll probably take him out of the starting 5 and put Kenneth Faried back in there because he did pretty good. Let's go ahead and throw Faried some untapped potential, and let's throw Darius Thornwell some untapped potential, I guess, as well. So we'll do something like that. And then now we look at the 9-man rotation. They put Kenneth Faried back in, which is what I wanted. 9-man rotation: Chris Paul, James Harden, TJ Warren, Al Horford. Same starting 5: Kenneth Faried, Terrence Ross, and Darius Thornwell, Austin Rivers, and Boban Marjanovic. So looking still pretty good. System proficiency is still a 4-star rating. Let's win another season, and let's see if we can two-peat. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the same record, 53 and 29. So that's pretty good. So look at the player stats real quick. We still had 27.5 points from James Harden, 18.5 from Chris Paul, and 10 assists. So still averaging a double-double at the age of 35. So I mean, if you could keep up this production, which is probably highly unlikely, they will be solid. I mean, having Chris Paul throughout that terrible contract will be fine, but I doubt he can stay that way. But I mean, other than that, this team has still done its thing. Let's go ahead and see if we can beat the Utah Jazz in the first round. We made them blow a 3-0 lead last time, so let's see if we can just sweep them this time. 3-0, and can we just beat them in 4? No, 3-1. And okay, we win in 5 games, and now we're facing not the Houston, I almost said the Houston Rockets, but now we're facing the Phoenix Suns, who probably are very young dynasty right now, and they jump up 3-0 on us, so that's not good. And let's see if we can do it all again, guys. I don't know if we can on the Phoenix Suns, though, because usually around this time they're a cheat code because all the young players they have who are like strongly developed. But you know what? We do win 1 game. Let's see if we can just keep doing this. Just keep doing it, guys. We are at home now, so let's see if we can take care of business at home and make them blow a 3-0 lead, but it's not looking like it's going to be. It's not going to happen. So 121 and 105, not too bad. So, I mean, if anything, we won a championship in this video, so it really does not matter. So, I guess I'll entertain the idea of trading Chris Paul this offseason, and we'll see if a different change might do something, but the Celtics win the championship, so we do get beaten 5. But as far as everything else, I think we will just kind of see what we could do. And our pick is top 3 protected, but it's going to go to the Suns now, which is fine. It's only the 28th pick anyway. But let's go ahead and get a good trainer and then sign him up. And then for the NBA draft, like I said, we have Chris Paul here. Actually, no, not yet. We don't have him. We have the 2nd round pick. I'm going to go ahead and just skip over the draft, and then we'll go into here, and no good. We're not going to worry about that. Obviously, Chris Paul accepts that at the age of 36 years old. Anthony Melton, probably won't worry about him. And then as far as everything else, negative $30 million. Go to renounce like everybody. Boban even. Austin Rivers too. And then when I look at this, we got same, pretty good roster. Everything's looking pretty good, but I'm just going to trade Chris Paul for this last season. And let's just see if this will help us in any way. We could get Jaylen Brown and Marcus Smart. We could start James Harden at the point guard, Marcus Smart at the shooting guard, and then Jaylen Brown small forward. So that might be the trade actually that I might do. Josh Richardson, Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert and Al Horford down low would be deadly. Get Hachimura, but we kind of have a big hole at the point guard, which I don't know if we might be able to just sign a point guard. We get rid of D'Lo, would give us a different look. I do like the idea of D'Lo as well. Blake Griffin, not doing that. So a lot of these trades are interesting. So we could go Gobert, we could go D'Lo, get Hachimura off the bench. Man, I don't know what to do here. So Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, get Rudy Gobert, maybe sign a point guard. I don't know if that'll get us some money though. Man, decision. So Gobert down low. Yeah, because our starting center is, let's do it. Let's do this Gobert trade. I don't know how much better this is going to make us, but you know what? I'm going to get Gobert to be our starting center, and I'm going to hope that gives us some money to sign a point guard. I don't know if it will or not. It doesn't look like it's going to. We're still definitely down in cap. So, I mean, as far as a point guard right now, or a shooting guard for that matter, we could just play whoever at the shooting guard right now. Rodney Hood, I would play him there. I mean, that's fine. So let's sign Rodney Hood, I guess. And we'll play James Harden at the point guard. And we'll be good there. I kind of regret not taking the D'Lo trade now. But, you know what? Let's just see. James Harden goes down 1. That's fine. And then James Harden, we have shooting guards. Small forward, TJ Warren. A lot of power forward. We have power forward depth. So we're good. I'm just going to go ahead and leave it like that. So I don't know how much better this Gobert. It's going to give us better defensively down low. But I guess we'll just wait and see what happens. James Harden goes down 2 overall. And Al Horford does as well. That's fine. Let's go ahead and simulate this last season. And let's see if a change of scenery or change at the point guard position is going to help us in any way. James Harden without Chris Paul wins MVP once again in his career. 31 points, 9 assists. Very good stats. Obviously, Anthony Davis is your most improved. We went 50 and 32. So, I mean, that's good and all. But let's just see if we can win another championship. I'm not sure if we can. But here are the player stats. We got 32 points, 15.7. 14.5, so not too bad, but let's go in and see if we can beat the New Orleans Pelicans in the first round, who do have Ja Morant, so they're probably overpowered. And 2-1, 2-2, can we go up 3-2? We do. Can we win in 6 games and 7-game series? And we win in 7. Okay, facing the Golden State Warriors, who have Kevin Durant still, so yeah, this is probably an L here. So let's see if we can beat the Golden State Warriors. They're up 1-0, we even it up with them. We're up 2-1. 3-1, no, 2-2, 3-2 for us. Can we win in 6 games? 7-game series, and we win in 7, and once again, awesome. So now we're facing the Phoenix Suns, who absolutely obliterated us last season. And like I said, they have just Kobe White, Bojan Bogdanovic, Devin Booker. So Kobe White, DeAndre Ayton, Devin Booker are going to dominate the league coming soon. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. We'll see. But we're up 1-0. They even it up. 2-1 for us. 3-1. Can we win in 5 games? 3-2, don't. Yeah, okay, we are back in the finals. Facing the Boston Celtics, they're up 1-0, 2-1, 3-1, and 3-2, and 3-3, and we just blew a 3-1 lead. I kind of tried to stop it, but that's all right. So, I mean, we made it to the finals and blew a 3-1 lead. That's how it goes. So, is there going to be another 3-1 lead blown in real life? I hope not, because, I mean, I wasn't even a Raptors fan yesterday, and the championship seemed so close. And I was like, I am so happy for Toronto. I'm just so happy. I was getting so joyful. And then they just kind of gave it away. So, anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Definitely leave a like if you enjoyed. But this Crushables, and I'm saying peace.